With that out of the way, we got a couple trailers to talk about here and a new movie that's just started shooting. We're going to start off talking about this new trailer, this first trailer for Hugh Jackman's new film, The Frontrunner, which looks at the 1987-1988 presidential campaign of Gary Hart, and he was the frontrunner, the favorite to become president when it all got derailed due to a scandal surrounding an affair he was having with a younger woman, or at least an alleged affair that he was having with a younger woman. And this movie's coming out. Now, what really intrigues me about this movie is that not only do you got a great cast, of course, being led by Hugh Jackman, and the trailer's amazing. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it a little bit later. It's called The Frontrunner, just dropped in the last 24 hours. But one of the really intriguing things is that it's being directed by Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, and also Jason directed such great films as Thank You for Smoking. I love that film. Up in the Air, I love that film. Juno, which got a lot of Oscar buzz, and this year's Tully, which is a completely underrated film, not being given enough attention whatsoever. I love Jason Reitman's directing, and yes, it doesn't hurt that he's a good Canadian boy, so I like that as well. But that has really fascinated me that he's done it. The trailer looks great. Hugh Jackman looks awesome in it. He's such a good actor. Like, forget the Wolverine stuff. Put all the yes, we love him for Wolverine, but put that aside for a second. Hugh Jackman's just a great actor, man. And he's on a roll because I loved Greatest Showman. I thought he was fantastic in that. Now, following that up with this, the trailer looks great. It looks like it's truly going to be a character study. It looks at the political climate of the time, but it also looks like it's going to look at both sides of this, both scandal, but also how media handles scandal. And I think it's really interesting that Jason Reitman seems to be taking that approach to it. It's laid out really well. It hits on the points that we know historically. Now, look, I was just a kid when the whole Gary Hart thing was going on, but even I remember it, right? And it seems to be hitting on all the right notes there. And I gotta say, it is intriguing watching this trailer and thinking about how different the political climate is today. Now, I'm not talking politics. I don't care what side of it is you're on. I'm just making an observation here, okay? I'm not trying to make a political statement. I'm just making an observation, right? About our political climate and our political times. So bear with me. It is just really funny that at the time, there's the possibility, the even suggestion that this one guy could have been having an affair with a younger woman, and it completely destroyed his political career, right? And whether that was right or wrong, I'll leave that up to you to decide. I'm not making any judgments on that. I'm just saying. So back then, hints that he might be having an affair with a woman completely derailed his campaign, totally threw it off. He was the front runner, completely derailed. Today, whichever side of the political spectrum you're on, again, I'm not making a judgment, but today we have a president of the United States on his third marriage who had an affair with one woman leading into his second marriage and has been accused by over 20 different women of sexual misconduct and sexual assault, and that's our president of the United States. It's just an observation of that, you know, just a few years ago, the political climate and people reacted one way, and today it's completely different. And I'm not saying whether anything is right or wrong. I'm just making an observation that's interesting, and watching this trailer really kind of brought that to the forefront to me. It's like, wow, like that was a completely different age than it is today. And that really stood out to me a lot. But again, the trailer looks solid, looks great. Jackman looks wonderful. You could feel Jason Reitman's sensibilities in there. This looks solid right now, especially considering it's just a first trailer too. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from this thing. But this is a movie I'm already looking forward to a lot. So mark that down for me. Make sure you go check it out on YouTube when you get a chance.